Coming this way.
Thirty-one base, 4 down, 3 rail. Take off.
Whenever there is a secure check. 25. Yeah, the one. Ten seven.
Election and because of tariffs. Without the tariffs, you wouldn't have. It's because of the election and because of tariffs. Without the tariffs, you wouldn't have probably 18 cents. It's because of the tariffs. Because there are no tariffs if they build in our country, and they understand that. So we have medical companies coming over. We have the AI. We're dominating China in AI. Everybody said that's impossible. We're dominating. I'm letting these massive plants build their own electric generators.
Want that pre-installed. You can obviously have it if you want it. On the internet, again, it's pretty minimal. We've got the Firefox web browser. We've got Venus for connecting to desktop.
Security warning.
Office, which includes Visual Office,
SSID strip detected on. Security warning. Vision SSID strip detected on network.
Seems easy, sidewalks, if they let's fix this right now.
7-1. So I was able to resolve 924, got it going. Outbound 37, continuing on. Was wasn't in the right direction, or wasn't on the correct route.
This is from the Park 64-meter telescope in Australia. If I were to play this audio, it's not a tone. It actually
I'm sorry,
drops.
904. That one, did it get back to regular route?
Code 4,
10-4. Call of a loose bull 666 and County Road 1136. 666 and 1136.
And 1 to 79.
Clip generated.
At the time, I didn't know I was suicide.
His knees are going here for a dad. It's a high bar. One I've not always made. I want to ring this now.
Keep going.
I watched my dad run toward danger. I'll run off again to protect people.
Flew past them Monday afternoon.
With 1057 hold position, there's a high-speed chase on the taxiway.
Millions of foreign tourists may soon have to hand over a lot more than their passport in order to vacation here. The White House proposal would require visitors from foreign countries to travel to the U.S. visa-free.
Bottom panel only, as in a green room live.
Mary Young Henry, 6722. That's going to be South Rochelle. Can you perform John, please? It won't let me perform it. I picked him up. Oh, one out of Wolf.
120110.
Okay, I actually need the halo number on that. 661, come.
61. Phone 160 vehicle in progress, a suspicious vehicle. RC advised a black four-door car was across the street. He attempted to make contact and they would not tow him while they were there. RC requests master to check it out.
Okay, Drake.
Engineers, we saved a lot of time doing that in-house. The top right picture, that's the installation of well pump 9. The pump rig is in the background and the well and the pump are in front. Bottom left is a transformer pad that was poured, and we're waiting for NEC to set the electrical transformer. That should be in the next week. And then the bottom right is another picture of CCW crews working to install those water lines.
Layers. And these tools do more for your privacy than any sponsored VPN ever will. So first we have DNS over HTTPS or don't. Okay. Let's start with what almost nobody can.
Performance of the team not reach by permitting it to run upstream and allowing it to.
632, 10-4.
Location, Sir 10-20.
Open fire on Sydney City has found
location, Sir 10-20.
One of the suspects also is another nation's earth, and this is Raf Sanchez following
Thankfulness on the day of trouble, suffer not more trust than you to fail. And finally, teach our people to rely on your strength and to accept their responsibility to their fellow citizens.
449 report.
And then they will have an affair with a woman, sometimes who isn't half as good looking as their wife. Because what is moving them is a variety impulse in men. Men love women, women love a man. That's a very big difference. By the way, these differences make for a lot of problems between the sexes. There's no doubt about it. But if you're a grown-up, you would dress
Very nice, thank you. 39, 10-4. $635. I believe I might be p25. Well, 30 for somebody open gate.
And their teams, when there's an operational need and we can be of an assistance to help move a project forward, we'll be there for you guys as well. And of course, Section 3 gives city managers the authority to develop additional projects, but under this framework, be assured that anything that involves funding will come back to each respective city council. So from our perspective, the message is pretty simple. We have built our system to be more self-sufficient and to significantly reduce our draw on Lake Corpus Christi. We're planning by the end of the first quarter.
Correction, 312 County.
Clip generated.
Call Robert 0488 and some traffic control
Guilty
for
about your
the
ambition. Stop feeling guilty about wanting to be rich. Stop feeling guilty about wanting to prove everyone wrong. That darkness is not evil. It is potential energy. Think of a rocket. It does not fly because it has good intentions. It flies because it creates a controlled explosion at its base. Your shadow is that explosion. When you are alone at 11 p.m. and you want to quit, inspiration will not save you.
Clip generated.
Charger 20, do we have a entry code?
Florida.
Can it be 405?
Clip generated. Clip generated.
That down there. And I want to install Windows 11 Pro, and I also want to make sure we're offline when we do this, so I can set up a local account.
Doing apps
Down
for the last
here to
56, 57 months, and being a system administrator, understanding how networking works.
Done that, you'll get to this
This is the way I see it. Okay? Now, if I have it wrong, and you have another way of doing this, and getting that signal in...
Fight, the request.
Transport.
Clip generated.
Log in, and here we are back on my desktop with a welcome wizard, and there's various things that can be done here, some of which I'll return to later in the video, but the critical one is that if you have an NVIDIA graphics card, and on this computer there is an NVIDIA graphics card, we need to launch the driver manager to install the right drivers for the NVIDIA graphics card. And just to be clear, if you have Intel or AMD graphics,
Well, I deal with liars all day long under the guise of terrorism and probation and everything else everybody wants to fucking plan.
Was a country that was feared by everybody. Now it's a country that's been very much downgraded. Iran is not the same. I'm sure they'll try and come back. And it was feared by everybody. Now it's a country that's been very much downgraded. I'm sure they'll try and come back.
To them.
Shy.
Type terror person is a pro-Chinese person, like Coke.
I just moved in. It was November 2 years ago. So I walked in unannounced and I asked to talk to the boss.
Charles, 814. That's fine.
Clip generated.
Anything available, Trooper?
What?
I can call you on the 4180. I believe it's Highway 37 access by the Alamo Fireworks. So, two vehicle crash. I'm on color F-250 heading white parked BMW. No injuries.
102, 1741.
Hello.
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 A recent kernel, recent drivers, so you should be able to run that on any computer without any problem. So to conclude on Cosmic and Pop OS, I love what they've done. It is a fantastic first draft of a desktop. It is still a first draft. The applications are bare bones, the settings are very bare bones, and you can clearly see that some stuff is not animated as it should be, some stuff isn't as smooth as it should be. There are some performance problems when opening and
becomes clearer. Windows is the surface. At the time, they didn't know how this was underneath, and they all point in one direction. The benefit of Microsoft, and it's for most definitely stuff. And
PD might be interested in trying it out for investigations. Did he show you identification? Yeah, badge and everything. Reggie Cole, the detective Reginald Cole. And I said, hey, it's not what I want, but if the cops support my company, so you get this.
Clip generated.
Your phone, so I just figured the top brass didn't like.
No fluorescence. If I start this up, and then block it, you see that the energy.
Send me around to 3780 FM 1069, 3780 FM 1069. It's going to be lot number 5. Welfare concerns have to make contact with an Enrique Vesendez, 56 years of age.
Which, if you don't know, was created in 1950 as classified as happened in the IT system. This was actually a field site
So I can play videos on the and I need to make a room. He has not yet been medically cleared by the jail. Also, I need at least a 2-drive hot swap drive cage I've been looking for. The NSA might be looking at might be looking at what I've been buying, saying, oh, Johnny's got to pay Lineberger and Guggen for that, right?
And I'm
David?
Buildings and even in nearby market for one. Has officials buildings.
Clip generated.
It, just like in GNOME to open the workspaces or to open the applications. You decide what you prefer. You can also decide to hide the hint around Windows if you don't like that big border, which is currently yellow on my desktop but could be something else. You can, although Cosmic just has very bad contrast on inactive Windows, it is clearly designed to have the active hint to know where you are. If you disable it, the only thing that changes is the menus and the window buttons, and I don't think that is noticeable.
Campos.
Thank you, Mayor. I just want to make sure that the message does get out.
At the time, I didn't know
we
how
don't, you know,
sucked.
but we have the
I
official rescue
to them.
center.
Yeah, just get on the side, let the arms go around, or put the wall over the seat, pull off in the other direction.
It's good for me, right? But I think, again, we do need to do a better job.
Various things that can be done here.
Charles,
in
feel more comfortable locking it in without this funding source. The tax credit equity is probably not going to lock in, but we're seeing pretty good in terms of their commitment if these funds are
Okay. And so it isn't that it could continue to fall and there could continue to be shortfalls. It's at this point then the project would be moving forward with this funding of the
Clip generated.
Avenue for signal one outside.
Go down here to virtual box and I'm going to disconnect the network.
Security
Do you
warning.
want my load as
Now,
well?
when we've done that,
Bitum SSID strip detected on network.
doesn't meet the requirements for
Security warning.
But we can fix this by going
Bitum SSID strip detected on network.
Location, certain dash
Come over
here.
He'd be ashamed of himself. That's a big problem. You know, they can do their job and then they
Generally listed as about hurricanes are generally listed as about 3 points favorites. Barely made it. Well, actually, surprisingly, barely made it to breakfast. Meanwhile, Ole Miss they got a better record, and they are from the Of course, Ole Miss is coaching situation. Of course, Ole Miss is coaching situation. Coaching situation. A little bit unsettled right now. Maybe that's the difference. A little bit unsettled right now. Maybe that's the difference here. Former old coach, left for LSU, right as
Tanya, this is Unit 1011. I'm just advising you my trim is going offline and online randomly.
So it's a floating panel, like what Katie offers. You can decide to center it if you don't want it.
Hello?
Frank?
Yeah.
Right.
It didn't wash.
5.
In the day, and it's in the middle of the day, it's
Clip generated.
Having a bucket fill it up for me. I don't think that's ever been done. I'm capable of making my own coffee.
Can't video edit with the default programs here, so let's just go down to audio
More exercise.
Down here we should find Caden Live. I could search for it. Let's scroll down. I like scrolling down. There's Caden Live. Let's click on the Caden Live video editor. And all I've got to do is click on and it should install Caden Live.
Get us a studio. Your role is really what we want as a concept where she's there. I'm here and we're surrounded by millions of microphones and we're like anchors really. Yes, literally. But hey, we're going to find that.
With the holidays coming up in Australia, which by the way,
anyway, that
the weather is perfect for long walks.
Was divine. Yes or no? The sand here really tastes good, really.
I've been using
But
Raycon's
yeah,
essential
like right
open
now I was
earbuds,
talking to
and
Renata
honestly,
about how
Like Halo 6 position report. Like Halo 6 position.
Right. You turn right into the gate.
Oh, well, that's just great.
All the way down.
Great.
When you make a right, you have a 27 right there on the yellow tire.
Flying right. Any potential errors
all the way through.
75, 219,
To conclude on cosmic and OS, I love what they've done. It is a fantastic desktop. It is still a first draft. The applications are bare bones.
Is there any room?
Then what? Do you kill them? No. You take them and release them into the trees. But now they don't eat coconut anymore. Now they only eat rat. You have changed them.
honor the Texas flag, I pledge allegiance to the
Two survivors.
Texas, one state,
This
under
is what
God,
you made us.
one and indivisible.
I made my own choice.
Mariah, thank you and good luck with your study.
You think you did?
1,432 phase dipoles at 50 megahertz or 6 meters frequency. So each one of these guys is a half-wave dipole.
Clip generated.
Takes 30 days or less. You pay absolutely nothing unless you actually absolutely nothing. Nobody can reverse what happened to you. Nobody can reverse what happened. You receive every dollar you're owed. You receive every dollar you're owed vehicle repairs and everything else without vehicle repairs and everything else without $80,000, $120,000, $80,000, or even $120,000, or even 100. Clear out those medical bills that keep growing. Get a reliable medical bills that keep growing. Stop living. Get a reliable financial.
Can you imagine it? Let's make your dream a reality right now.
College campus grieving tonight?
That's right, Tom. Tonight we're learning that an MIT professor was shot and killed at his home in Massachusetts. Authorities here say that at this time there is no connection to the mass shooting at Brown. Tom?
Six 1042.
664 Temple.
Ending tour of duty.
Hello. Yeah, before I'm interrupt.
Concise, to the point.
Clip generated.
When you compare that statement to the over 50 mentions of the Charlie Kirk killing and just 4 for the Horton on accounts affiliated with the FBI and the personal account, it appears to many Americans that you're valuing some lives more than others, and that's painful. And this is what I'm hearing from my constituents, so I just want to convey that. And the Vice President didn't even call.
That's exciting. That's more exciting than the President. Go ahead.
P25 times 2. Copy, Heavy.
We can show you another cool feature.
Google Meet calls are incredibly immersive on a Galaxy XR headset, but we've always wanted you to be able to show up as yourself. Stay connected with friends and colleagues, whether through stylized digital representations like Galaxy avatars, or a more photorealistic version.
Pause. System will now read boot. And once again, we're arriving in Linux Mint, this time installed on the computer. So I'll just log in.
107.
107.
107, you have a reckless driver coming your way. The vehicle is northbound on 631, coming from 188. It's a white Tahoe, high rate of speed, and unable to maintain lane.
They set big limit. Yeah. I can use that. They set big limit. I can use that word.
At the time, I didn't know how
They set big limit.
I do now.
Yeah. I can use that. They set big limit.
To them.
I can use that word.
Linux voice controls stopped.
35.4 north by 099er. Is 10 minutes.
Placement scan complete. Clip generated. Trim complete. Processed 265. Clip generated.
Good.
David, put it in there. Here, so physical disturbance between
Tempo.
Renaming complete. 280 files renamed. Album art complete. Found 0 local artworks. New files sorted. 280 placed in worded folder. Quarantine 23 empty music folders. LVC JSON generation complete with multi-word groups.
$632. 34, correction, 134 Hopkins. And it's only been one caller.
Linux voice control restarted. Clip generated.
$782.84. 779. Robert Young 8779. 180.
Comes to some of the events we have.
Next time you
Arrow can take years, I think 3 or 4 years.
We'll need them to do a medical assessment on these dogs to see whether or not we need to take them to OSA when we get there. Caller can still see the vehicle parked at Grace Point Church. About 15 to 20 minutes.
1207, I'm 23.
What's going on, Sam?
Good signal.
Hey, yo, one.
Hello?
Yeah.
back to the store.
Recent colonel, recent drivers.
At the same time, without fixing the base, the company began putting location
The next good restore virtual box guest editions ISO.
About 12. Yeah.
I run a task force. Officially, it doesn't exist. Its purpose is to arrest high-priority targets using intelligence obtained from Mr. Reddington.
So, Main Justice made a deal with the devil himself?
Shouldn't judges at least pretend to be impartial?
Your Honor, as I said, if such a deal exists...
Oh, it exists. Harold and I have been at this for over 5 years now.
This further dilutes the usage patterns associated with it. While the data transmitted with both setups is essentially the same, the hotspot can reduce the ease of directly profiling your individual behavior. A third reason why siloing the SIM in a separate device can be useful is to reduce location tracking. Now, a SIM in your hotspot is still going to report your location to cell towers. So what I do is, when I need a connection, I turn on the hotspot briefly, and I connect it to
One else, staying overnight.
I'll be a bit of it later. Should be it.
129, was it?
You actually bought me something to work. That's fine.
205.
And 2 days ago.
How good, Sophie?
We have a great relationship. No, we were not happy with him buying oil from...
Maybe it started off tab will complete media. It doesn't know where I'm likely to go to because it could be other things in that folder. Next tab will give us that guess. Next tab will give us a whole lot and enter. So it's well worth being aware of these shortcuts, using the up and down arrows to move between previous entries and using the tab key to complete entries. Now, let's look at some commands for creating and manipulating files.
At the time, I didn't know how much they sucked. I do now.
They suck bigly.
Yeah.
I can use that word.
And I said to them, at the time, I didn't know how much they sucked. I do now.
They suck bigly.
Yeah.
I can use that word.
At the time, I didn't know how much they sucked. I do now.
They suck bigly.
Yeah.
And I can use that word.
And I said to them, at the time, I didn't know how much they sucked. I do now.
Route 93 is
Clip generated.
$650. 650. No, just me. We're about 1 minute out.
Well, you can copy 1 Lincoln 02.
510.
I got a water leak coming from. Is there anybody we can contact?
Have the kernel 6.17 currently, the latest version I think as well of that one, and they also supplement a lot of stuff from their own repos to make sure that you still have some current packages, so they have their extra sources for applications and for specific Pop! OS stuff, which means they can update, for example, the Cosmic desktop themselves, and they do ship some proprietary apps, like for example Slack and other things are in there. They do enable FlatHub by default and
the laxatives on the planet. They're not going to clean out that stuck poop. That's why Dr. Sam developed what poop experts now call the 7-second poop trip. It's a safe, fast, and incredibly...
And fire department were dispatched.
Really fast. This is the second one.
Yeah, this distance, man, you hit center mass, you just gotta...
Well, not fast enough. All he's doing is lose that points.
Yeah, this distance, man, you hit center mass, you just gotta turn and burn.
All they're doing is
awesome.
losing
That
points.
first round impact in 1990
qualified for the finals as far as we know. So he had that hit target four, which qualifies him for the finals. We asked him, do you have any secrets on how you do this? So he had that hit target four, which qualifies him for the finals. We asked him,
this was something that we were timed, we worked on it. It really...
Okay, I'll head down there at 519, 520.
Security, platform security is disabled. Can I get a closing description?
The on-call worker has been notified.
He'll be in black shirt here with a red plaid shirt, black pants, black tennis shoes, and he has a king with him in a backpack.
It's code 4, all units at 8.
Then what's the number?
I don't know the number, but it's not that.
You think it might be your job to know the number?
My job is to provide for the safety and security of this country. My job is not to engage in political innuendo so you can go out to the sticks and get your 20-second hit in your fundraising article. You keep going, reclaiming your time, because the people of California are being underserved by your representation.
The president is not implicated. Why not release everything?
We have released everything. The president and anyone else's side that is credible and law.
Clip generated. Placement scan complete.
Time, please.
10-4.
Trim. Placement scan complete.
10-4. Any other time?
Trim.
6-1.
Placement scan complete. Placement scan complete.
10-4. Any other time?
You hear that by the word.
Greetings, Johnny.
Call.
Okay.
Good.
I have an issue with this as well, because I've been pushing and asking for sidewalks for our residents, and so $2 million would go a long way. And if I'm looking at this as if we can build a parking lot for $2 million, would sidewalks then qualify as a economic development? Under this criteria? I'm just asking because it's and I love the aquarium. I mean,
Silence trimming complete.
Alongside the
We had a citizen for a crash and a hole. 27 on
a recent kernel, recent drivers, so you should be able to run that.
Scanner engaged.